hello everybody. I'm here at this beautiful location with a beautiful personality. Yes, she is none other than Vaishali, who is a teacher, a biker, a trekker, a singer, and a warrior. So, she is not only an epitome of empowerment, but she is an inspiration to all of us here. An inspiration to women, an inspiration to people around, and an inspiration to men as well. So she has been there to break all the stereotypes that we consider as gender stereotypes. She has shattered all those glasses and she has proved that women can do anything if they're determined and age is just a number. So we have this special guest with us today who is going to share her journey and also inspire us with her messages and also tell us about her biking journey. So I'm sure all of us here are willing to hear about what she has to say. And yes, I invite her to the show today. So welcome Vaishali to our show, and we are really glad to have her with her amazing journey of biking and also of surviving a lot of other health issues. So Vaishali, please do share with us or your journey on biking and what inspired you to take biking.
First of all, thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. And I'm also very proud to be a teacher. I would like to add that. The journey started actually way back in the age of 16 and 17 when I used to watch a lot of groups around my college group where the boys used to do stunt riding and all those dirt biking kind of a group. So I asked them, can I be part of your group? And they said, no, you're a girl, so you can't do that. And that actually gave me more zeal to push myself. I said, no, there's nothing that a girl cannot do. And but luckily in that group there were two boys who were very forthcoming, and they said, we will teach you. And that's when the journey started. I started learning. It's not a good thing to tell the audience, but I used to bunk college and go. But of course, I passed all my subjects. But because I was not allowed all this, I come from a very conservative Brahmin family. And way back in the early 80s, girls did not do all these kind of things. And that's where the journey started. I started competing in the 50cc category with the boys. There was no women category then. I used to stand first, did very well. But one day my father caught me accidentally and he got me married. That's where the journey ended. And then I got married, became a mother, became a teacher, enjoyed that phase tremendously. Then because of my health issues, I had to leave my job. So when my son was attending me in the hospital, he said, Mama, I've always seen you doing things for others. You have never lived for yourself. What have been your passion? So I said, my passion has been trekking and motorbiking. And he was surprised. He said, I have not seen you doing either of it. Why don't you go back to doing that? And of course, then I started trekking in the Himalayas. I did about 7-8 treks in the Himalayas with the youth hostel. And then got this first bike of mine. She's called Ellie. Again, named by one of my students. And so she stands for Esprit Libre, which is free spirit, which is an extension of my personality, as my student says. And then at the age of 47, I became the first solo woman motorbiker of Andhra Pradesh and went for my first solo ride from here to Shirdi way back in 2016. And that's how the journey restarted for me.
Amazing.
After a gap of 25 years.
So yes, we all heard from her, right? She is the first woman solo biker of Andhra Pradesh, and yes, she is from Mana Vizag. Such a proud moment, right? That we have so many amazing people in our own city of destiny. Yes. So, ma'am, I would also like to ask you that out of all the bike rides that you have done, which one has been your most memorable bike ride?
Well, it's actually a difficult thing to ask a biker and for a biker to tell that which one is the most memorable one, because each day, each kilometer is memorable for a biker. But there specifically one, if you have to ask me, I would say the East Coast to West Coast via Kanyakumari was my most memorable one. Why so? Because that was my first ride after my major accident where I was bedridden for 8 months, had a major ankle injury, and bikers know that you have to change gears with your left leg, sorry. And because of that, I was not sure if I'll be able to ride again. And this accident happened in 2017, just 2 years after I started riding. But then I did my physiotherapy. I developed a strategy of changing gear, and I went for this ride. Entire East Coast till Kanyakumari and to the West Coast. We went for the first national rally of WIMA, that is Women International Motorcycle Association. And most memorable moment was because I generally do solo rides, right? So on this, I was planning this as a solo ride, but one of our very new member who joined my all women club, she's a cancer survivor, and she was in between her two therapies. And I asked her, do you want to come? She also has the same Avenger. She said, I don't know, I've never gone for such long ride. I said, you trust me? She said, yes. And we went. So because she was there, I learned so much more. We explored a lot. We went to some amazing places which were untouched. We met a lot of girl students. We met cancer survivors. We met a lot of defense officers. We met a lot of biking clubs during that time. So we were welcomed, and that experience was tremendous and most memorable because we were right along the coast. Like on our left was sea when we were on the East Coast, and so that's how it was. And we explored some beautiful villages, lovely cuisine, lovely people, and have made friends for lifelong. So that ride taught me a lot and evolved me as a person, I would say.
Wow. So here, mana Vaishali Cheppanlaga, biking has changed her life and she has learned so many life lessons. So moving forward, I would also like to ask Madam that what are the life lessons that you learned out of biking, and especially for women, what do you think is the most important thing to, consider themselves as an empowered person?
That's a very good question. In fact, I feel I'm a student of life. I learn every day from everybody. Age is no bar. The best lessons I've learned is, first of all, follow your passion. Age is just a number, because if I can ride, today I'm running 57 and I'm still riding strong. Fitness is very, very important. If you're fit, you can do a lot of things. You see women around in their 80s and 70s, they're doing stuff which is amazing. And I also, most importantly, learned is to unjudge people, because we go by the appearance or the kind of clothes they wear or the language they speak. But during all my rides of 60,000 kilometers, I have learned that you should never judge people by the cover, and everybody is very kind, everybody is very helpful. Just stay safe, don't give up too much of personal information, because you know how things are. Don't ride in the night if you're riding solo. But otherwise, India is a safe place, and there's nothing that a woman cannot do. You just have to make up your mind, and the world will come around to support you, because once a determined woman is very difficult to be pulled down. So yeah, you should fly high. Age is just a number. And when you are strong and when you are confident, trust me, if you're a mother, you will also instill that in your children, because your children look up to you. So even my son, who's 31, he says, no, Mama, I look up to you. When you do certain things, I get energy to push myself more. So continue doing that, live your life, and just being a woman is a superpower.
So ma'am, you told me that your son inspired you to get into biking and also to follow your passion, because you said after a gap of so many years, you have again taken up biking. So what was his response when you started, biking?
I owe whatever I'm doing today to my son. See, because my generation women, we all give us everything to the family, and we take a step back and are happy when the husband is doing well or the child is doing well. But remember one thing, if you're raising a strong boy and a man now, he or even a daughter for that matter, I don't have a daughter, so I cannot speak on behalf of the daughters, but for that matter, they will always come back and push you, because a strong mother brings up a strong child, So, and let me tell you, children may not express, some express, but children may not express. They like their mother being happy, doing something for themselves, because they are observing. They are learning life lessons while observing. So what he told me was, Mama, I want you to do something for yourself, so that you will, end of the day, you know, before your bones give away, your health gives up, do something for yourself, because you also have one life and you've given everything to everybody. You've finished. Like, we all can take care of it. What have you done just for yourself? Core happiness. Okay, no, I kept saying, no, I'm happy. Or no, don't find the happiness in me or friends or students. What have you done just for yourself? And then I gave it a thought. I said, no, nothing. And that's when he pushed me. He actually registered me on the youth hostel website. He made sure that the bike came. And he told me, Mama, are you going? Mama, are you riding? Even now, when he's on board ship, he's a second officer in Merchant Navy. He asks me, Mama, are you riding? Sunday ko you take out your bike and go for a ride. I want you to be happy. You know, when I was putting on weight, not looking after myself, he said, no, you've always been a fit person. You've been a sports person.
Absolutely.
I like you to be fit because I want you to live longer. I want you to go do things. And I don't want to say this now, but you know, eventually he's given me focus and he's given me targets, which when I'll do, I will come back and tell you I've done it, because I don't want to say now and jinx it. But I have given myself targets, and now I have a coach who's helping me achieve those targets. His name is Laksh, and he's just my son's age, and he told me, ma'am, we'll do it. So with his help, in fact, on my 54th birthday, after my injury, I walked 54 kilometers in one day. And I did that because I said, okay, I can do it. Let me take up challenges. So keep taking challenges. You don't know the physical, mentally and physically, you have the capacity to push yourself. And this is what I learned from my son, because he himself is a sportsman. He's a go-getter. And I owe a lot to my son if I'm where I am. And whenever I tell him I'm going for an interview, I'm dressing up, my hairstyle is different, he is so proud of me. He says, Mama, this is the way I want you to be, and I'm such a proud son. He says that, and that's my fuel.
That's so amazing. So, out of all the rides that you have done, you know, you have driven so many kilometers. So, I'm sure there are some rides which you have also done for awareness, spreading awareness, and also to encourage people to have some good values in them as well. So, what is it? You know, what are those messages or missions that you have been a part of as your biking community?
First of all, see, because I'm a mother, a teacher, and I want basically to break those stereotypes that people have a notion about. First of all, women cannot ride bikes. I want to break that. Secondly, bikers, tattoos, so they have a different notion. Oh, they might not be as sincere they seem to be. There is a difference between a motorcyclist and a biker, because just anybody who has a motorcycle can ride. But bikers, you will always see them with helmets. They are very responsible riders. You will never see them breaking rules. They'll follow traffic rules and they maintain the speed and everything. They are responsible riders. So that's the thing that I basically want to portray and want people to realize. I want more and more women to get onto motorcycle, because this is not a gender biased vehicle.
Exactly.
And secondly, when you ask that, I ride for cancer awareness. I am a Pinkathon ambassador, and we promote breast cancer awareness and women health. I also ride for girl child education, me being an educationist. During my rides, I noticed that girls are very less after the puberty and their menstrual cycle starts. The number of girls in villages, school going girls, is reducing day by day because of no proper toilets or no awareness, or you know, because of the stigma that is there with that, and people say, okay, sit at home. So I started that. So I whenever I go through villages, I talk to the village head, the SHG groups, that is the self-help groups, all women. So you talk, and first of all, when a woman goes on a motorcycle, they notice. So you talk about them. I've done a volunteer course with Homi Baba Cancer Institute. So I talk about how you can check for breast cancer awareness in the initial stage. This is the safest cancer, as we can say. And now that India is the cancer hub, recently it was declared. So the awareness is very important, and what kind of food you should eat, what kind of products you should use. These kind of things I promote. I also tell women how to look after the menstrual hygiene, and cancer awareness has been my main aim of riding. So I talk to girls, I go to colleges, I meet cancer survivors, I visit cancer hospitals and meet the people, give them hope. and tell them that it's okay if you're in the first and second stage, you have a chance to survive. So this is all I do, because I want women to get healthier, fitter, and I can tell them that if I can do at 57, you can do it too.
So, as you all see, I am here at this beautiful location with a beautiful person. Yes. So, I would like to ask Vaishali that what brought you to this city of destiny, which is often called the port city or Vishakhapatnam?
Vishakhapatnam, I came here because of my husband's transfer. In fact, I completed exactly 25 years.
Oh.
1st June 1999, we entered here in our white Zen from Chennai on transfer. And we initially were not planning to settle down and all that, but it just took few months of searching a house and schooling for my son, and I said we should take up a house. And there started the journey of settling down. That so our first house, we took a flat here, and since then I have never moved to any other city. I basically belong to a place called Pune in Maharashtra, but see, the home is where you spend maximum time. Pune is where I spent 22 years. Vizag is a place where I spent 25 years. So this place definitely has my heart. This is my karma bhumi and my favorite place. And I'm not saying this because I'm interviewing for a channel from Vishakhapatnam, but Vishakhapatnam is home. Vishakhapatnam has given me an identity. And this is a place where my students are, my best friends are, my identity is, my motorbiking, my club is. And I like Vizag, I love Vizag is because it's the most comfortable city, most welcoming city. People are wonderful here, helpful. It's a child-friendly city, very safe for women, you know, and people let you be, people respect you. See, I think South India anyway has that kind of culture and a tradition, and so I've always loved Vizag. I love Vizag, and this is where I'm going to be till my last breath. So City of Destiny has given me my identity, and has this is where my destiny was. So
Wow.
I landed up here, and I'm glad I came to this city.
Wow, I think that is special about the city of destiny,
Yes,
right?
yes.
People, carve their destinies after coming to this city. That's such a beautiful message that you have given. Okay, so coming to the last part of our conversation today, I would like to ask that what is motorbiking to you? Just like for some people, singing is meditation. For some people, dancing. For some people, painting. So, what is motorbiking for you?
You already said the word. Motorbiking is like meditation for me. Whenever I'm stressed, whenever I'm on a crossroad where I cannot think straight or cannot take a decision, I take out my LE motorcycle, go for a short spin or go for a short ride, solo ride, clear my head, and I come back. It is the most, see, motorbiking is a tough thing. It is not, you take out your motorcycle and you go just like that. You need a lot of strength. You carry your luggage here. So it has given me a reason to be fit. It has given me a reason to be vigilant, to be alert, to be knowledgeable, be aware of the things, and most importantly, it's my happiest place. I am the happiest when I'm riding. My Ellie is an extension of my personality, I feel, and till date, she has never given me a trouble. And I think my identity is, I've been a teacher for so many years, but only when I turned into motorbiking and went back to my passion is when I actually, people started, recognizing me as the biker mom of Vizag. That's how I'm known. And I owe a lot of this to my students as well, because they've been very supportive. You being one, Reshma, so gives me a lot of energy to do what I've been doing. And women should, whether you do any kind of, not just motorbiking, do anything that you like, but do it for yourself. Follow your passion. Don't lose your identity is what I would like to say. And just be happy, because when a woman is happy, the house will remain happy. This is also a message for all the boys and the men. Keep the mother and the wife in the house happy, and you will all be happy.
That's such a beautiful and an empowering message as well. I think each of us, especially women, should find our purpose and keep working towards the goal. I'm sure everything around us will be positive and will bring a lot of smiles. That is
Yes.
what we need at the end of the day, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you so much for
Thank
being
you.
there. And we would like to see you soon on our next show again.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
సో ఇక్కడ మన వైశాలి ఎంత మంచి ఇన్పుట్స్ ఎంత మంచి ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ మన గురించి ఏం చేసుకోవాలి లైఫ్ లో అది చెప్పారు. సో అపార్ట్ ఫ్రమ్ దాట్ షీ హర్ ఏజ్ ఇస్ జస్ట్ అ నంబర్. సో 50 plus, she is 50 plus. She has walked more than 55 kilometers per day, and she has driven a bike for 50,000 plus kilometers. That is a record, isn't it? A solo woman biker. So yes, she is not only an inspiration to women, but she is an inspiration to every single person whom she comes across. So thank you for being with us, Vaishali, today, and it has been a pleasure hosting you
Thank
all the
you.
way from Vizag.
Thank you.